He's just bugged out off the way she is. He'll fall in love with her still, man.
He'll fall in love with her.
And then become bugged out.
You want to, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just like their daughters. They bring their daughters over here and they get Americanized, and you always hear they killing their daughters,
They're
man.
beating the shit out of them, disowning them, casting them out of the house. Why? Because in their culture, it's like, okay, you're an Assyrian. You have an Assyrian daughter, so you're gonna marry an Assyrian man of my choosing. He's gonna come from a good house or whatever, because they're more traditional. More traditional people. Then you find out Todd fucking boned her in the back alley. Now his daughter's defiled, and his life is all fucked up, man. He's got demons on him now. Hates his daughter, and this is what America does. All right, all you Americans, you're the worst people in the world, man. And you have no idea. You think you're the greatest country on earth, but you're not. There's no fucking morals here, man. There's no real standard here. You know, and like I was saying, you can have this Assyrian dude get with an American woman. Okay, now he's used to these women modestly covering themselves. All right, wearing dresses, head coverings. They can cook, they clean, they stay at home. They do what they're told. They're submissive, right? Come over here, get one of these women, find out she knows how to operate as a microwave. She's walking around all the time showing off her ass. If somebody looks at her, she's bending over in front of the dude.
Yeah, she ain't gotta worry about food. She's wearing all that skimpy ass clothing, and nigga will buy it for her. You know? Yeah, this man.
It's vexing.
Hell yeah.
It says Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the people all the time, man.
Yeah, righteous Lot.
Righteous Lot, and that's how it is. Like, you be sitting down, chilling. You might turn on the TV, and you just see bug outs, or you might talk to a Jake, and he just like, yeah, it's cool, you know, you're talking to him, whatever, and he just says some bugged out ass shit, and it's just like and you feel it like a stab, like he just stabbed your ear or something. He just stabbed you in the heart. You're like, God damn, man, that was wicked what you just said right now, man. And they don't think nothing of it, you know, like you see Jakes together, or you see dudes get together and they're talking this shit, and then they'll say something like, "Motherfucker, suck my dick," and just playing around and shit. You know what I mean? And you're just looking like, "Oh, what the fuck did you just tell this man?"
Yeah.
But that's normal here. You know what I mean? The scriptures tell you not to be lewd in your conversation, man. Not to be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? So us renewing our mind, casting off the deeds of the old men, you know, hearing these things is foreign to us now. It's like, damn. And it reminds you of how and they're saying shit like this openly. Who knows what the hell's going on actually in their head?
Yeah. Yeah. Bug outs.
Bug outs.
Yes, well.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when we begin to rule on the earth, we're going to show every nation under the sun how to really rule. Okay? We're going to be rocking the gold and keeping peace on the earth. When they hear of Jerusalem, they're going to be like, man, we could just hear the music. It's so peaceful, lovely over there. You're going to have heathen just wanting to sleep outside of our kingdom, man. Just because of all the peace, that righteous, holy vibration that's just going to be emitted from the place, man.
And that's why the Most High told Abraham, "In thee shall all nations be blessed."
Yeah.
Because as it says in the scriptures, the laws go forth out of Zion. You know, Jake is going to teach these other nations how to live.
But when you look at it, even in this society, these nations have remnants of the law of the scriptures.
Well, they do.
You know?
Many of them are children of Abraham.
Children of Abraham, right? So even with these different religions, what is their religions really based on? Mosaic law.
Yeah.
So therefore, you got Esau going around trying to deviate from that law, and now these heathen are raging against that because that's not the true way, man. So now the Most High has to put the righteous back in authority, because now that the righteous are not in authority, what's happening to the people? They're in mourning right now, man. As Esau is trying to force feed them that doctrine of just being wicked just being the devil, man. I'll finish this up real quick.
That's why they're having such a tough time with Iran, is because they actually believe in the law of Moses.
A lot of them are Muslims. Yeah.
And if you talk to a Muslim person in their faith, they have to believe in the law of Moses.
Yeah, they have to believe in the Torah. You know, in which you be cutting them all the time because it was this fucking Muslim kid. And then I was like, he was talking to me about Islam and he was trying to like pull me in. And I was like, bro, there's scriptures all over that talk about the children of Israel. Like, you'd be surprised. You open the scriptures and it always quoting the children of Israel throughout the whole Quran. How they're the best people, they're God's chosen.
Prophethood,
yeah.
No nation shall excel them.
Yeah, they would excel the nations. Okay? And it even tells you in there that the Most High cursed us as a people. But there was going to be a time where he's going to raise us back up. It didn't say nothing about them Ishmaelites, man. Okay? And it even said that, which they go off. I mean, they say Allah, you know what I mean? Which the word Allah simply means power. You know, it's saying that he is the God of the children of Israel. And it's not talking about that moon god, right? We're talking about the true living power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? What's going on?
It says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
And that's why you see these people all depressed. Suicidal rates are flourishing. Okay, joblessness. Everybody catching hell, man. Why? Because this damn devil's in authority, man. The wicked is in rulership. Okay? And he don't have no kind of mercy, man. The scriptures tell you that the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. His tender mercy is, well, here's a fucking shelter. Go stay there and try to recuperate and get your life back together. When this motherfucker got all the money in the world, sitting on what, 500 plus trillion, got all the resources in his palms.
But he spends all his money on death.
On military, on death, on drugs, foreign invasion, all this wickedness, man. And meanwhile, he got problems in his own home.
You look at Afghanistan, though. He went and invaded them and took over what?
Poppy fields.
And now look at America. Yeah. Look at the, what is it, the epidemic?
The opioid
epidemic.
What is it, fentanyl?
Fentanyl.
The
heroin is big.
Vicodin, Oxycontin.
Those are all opiate products.
I'm sure somebody has a family member that is addicted to one of those substances, man.
And Jake get addicted to that shit, man.
They get addicted to every damn thing.
Now look at Esau now.
Yeah, Esau's, now he's out there in San Francisco, shit alley, killing himself.
Hey, the spirit was on me to like put up a proposition to like for brothers to just like film different sections of the city and the homelessness, right?
There you go right there.
I know, there you go right there, the 10 cities. And they're like, this is America though. This is what really America looks like. When you go to Shit Alley, when you go to Skid Row, when you go to places in Modesto, when you go to places in Fresno, all the homelessness, man. The people mourning, man. This is what America really looks like.
And this, Slocky, I didn't mean to cut you off, but right here in Modesto, they say there's a fucking FEMA camp, bro. Or tent city. They say they got like over 5,000 tents out that motherfucker, man. They even paying security guards to be there. Bro, it's going down. And then they were talking about behind closed doors are turning. FEMA's investing right there. What is that? That's martial law, man. They're getting ready for this, for the collapse.
The first ones to go are gonna be homeless people.
Oh hell yeah!
Everybody that's living on the street, you're gonna be the first ones to get scooped up, and then you idiots, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they're fixing the homeless problem. You know, all you idiots are gonna buy into it. Esau's gonna tell you that they're relocating them to stable housing or shit. He's gonna come up with some kind of bullshit. Really, he's just gonna put them in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
The target right now is the immigrants.
Yeah.
Because what did Donald Trump just say? Oh, we're gonna wait another 2 weeks before we start just raiding into people's houses and shit, and putting them up on the buses, whatever. Just like I think 2 couples died in Porterville running away from the ICE agents, man. Guy in a car accident and passed away because they're trying to escape, man. So you people are gonna be running from your lives, man.
Hey,
literally.
Hey, that's wickedness, man. You're gonna be, and you're gonna see. You think Esau's gonna help you out. You're gonna be sitting at home, living your normal life, watching TV, and a bunch of ICE agents gonna kick your door in, throw a flashbang in there, drag you out of your house. You might not even be illegal. They'll deport you.
That happened to some dude. He wasn't even illegal. They deported.
That happens a lot.
Hey, that movie Born in East LA.
Born in East LA.
Cheech Marie.
Hey, I'm American.
Yeah, man, and he got deported. His ass is American citizen, man. And they're showing you these things in the movies as comedy, but it happens on an everyday basis, and it's fucked up, man. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Well, that's how Jake is. America's military, stop it. Nothing's gonna happen. Russia ain't shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Dude at work is like, you hear the jets passing over. Oh my God!
You see Jay fucking bless you, brothers. You know, thank you for your services.
So that's the sound of freedom, everybody.
That's the sound of freedom. Remind me of Uncle Ru. I wake up every morning thanking the white man.
But like, my whole thing is, when did they ever invent a force field? You know?
They got it now.
They've got all these different, different platforms, but what about the force field? Even if they did got it, are they gonna, okay, they got the missile defense system, but according to scriptures, that ain't even gonna work.
Oh yeah, man.
You know? So where's the force field at, man?
That's Joel's second chapter.
This is Isaiah 14:16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?
And that's his devil for you, man.
Reminds me of McLovin, man. Like,
For real, he's Amalek.
Yeah, if you had a portrait of that motherfucker, like, is this the guy?
That's the guy.
The made the world to tremble?
That video that the brother put up with that homosexual drinking his own blood, man, eating his own damn blood.
Oh, the cave chip.
Is this the guy? This guy over here, his greatest form of power is homosexual magic, man, or molesting little kids, drinking blood, all this wickedness, man. You look at this dude like, God damn, this is a foul, vile fucking demon, man. And this is the guy that's ruling the world. And you wonder why shit's all fucked up here, man.
He's created to be the base of all things. The base creation. You know? A roach has more value than an Edomite, man. Because a roach is going to survive the nuclear holocaust.
Hey, what did
Esau's not going to survive. He's gonna survive when those that are scattered outside of America, and then they're going to be put into slavery. And then he's not going to survive when we round him up and destroy him after 1,000 years of slavery, man.
We're going to be so intense, man. We're going to have to breed them, because if not, we kill them all in one day, man. Okay?
We're going to have breeding farms, man.
We're going to have to, because we're going to be fucking them up so bad, man.
Did they not do it to us? No? They wanted the top slave, so in their own mind, we got to get the biggest slave and have him procreate throughout the whole plantation, whether if it's with his own relatives or not, man.
Well, see, when the wicked rule, the people mourn, man. You know, and that's the shit that Esau did. Like, hey, Jake, not gonna do that. Have people going off like that.
Not even in the kingdom.
Hey, where were these other nations though, man? Because they always talk about love everybody. Where were they during the time of Jacob's enslavement, man? Where were the Chinese at? Where were the Japanese? Where were the Japhets at, man?
Good luck, guys.
Where were they at during when did they try to offer a hand and we're gonna try to free the Negroes? We're gonna try to free those nations from Esau's hand, man. They were nowhere to be found, man. They were with it. No, so you can't have a soft part for these other nations, man. These nations don't give a damn about you, man.
Like we said, Jeremiah 15:5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
Yeah, ain't nobody do that with us, man. Even to this day. How many Japanese or Chinese kids do you see marching up and down the street talking about Black Lives Matter? Or stop the police brutality, so on and so forth.
No, they're out there in Japan making chocolate masks of Judites with big red lips.
Yep.
You know, scoffing, man,
Out
making
of
masks.
all people, man.
Out of all people.
Hey, it talks about in the scriptures. I've seen the pride of Moab.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah. And they some proud motherfuckers, man. Cause they got all that gold right now. You know, they think they're up next. They're gonna take Esau out the way and rule. It's not gonna happen, man. We're up next. These 12 tribes are gonna rule next.
Yeah, you guys, y'all are in for a big surprise, man. When you see who the world was really built for, you know. And these nations, they don't consider it because they want Jake to be destroyed, man. It says that they entered into a covenant with Esau to destroy you, Jakes, man.
Yeah,
Psalms 83. It says that they sent gifts one to another. You know, you had slaves being shipped out all across the world, man. You had Arabs snatching you up, selling you. You had Hamites snatching you up, selling you. You know?
Yeah, which was primarily Esau, but all these other nations did that too, man. Okay, they shall send gifts one to another. They're sending postcards of Jake being hung.
Probably sending
Barbecue.
suitcases, purses, wallets, belt buckles.
Made out of Jake's flesh.
Made out of Jake's flesh, man. Jake baby alligator boots.
Yeah. There's fucking Edomites that went around creating pants out of all the Jakes they scalped, man. Out of all the Jakes they skinned, man.
That's probably where most of these jean companies like Levi
Strauss and all them.
That's probably how they got started out, man.
It is, bro.
Because all these different Fortune 500 companies came from slavery, man. After the bloods of the Israelites, man.
The old Levi Strauss symbol was two horses pulling something apart. But when you go into history, it was them ripping a Jake apart.
Yep.
With the horses, having the horses, smack them on their asses.
Yep.
Yeah.
That old Roman torture technique, man.
Quartering.
Yeah.
Oh, quartering.
Yeah.
And then you got these niggas out here, and I'm just call you niggas, man. You got these niggas out here that love this damn devil, man. That love Esau, man. You got these spics that love Esau. You got these tontos that love this damn devil, man.
Yep. Yeah. They try to get, boy. they love this motherfucker, man.
But that's that Stockholm syndrome, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I got that precept.
What up?
This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. It says, keep not... Matter of fact, you want to read it, bro?
Yeah, Psalm 83.
Psalm 83.
Yeah. And that's why we out here prophesying against him, man. To let our people know, man, this guy's a devil. He ain't done nothing good for our people. In fact, he's done everything wrong for our people. Okay? And he's gonna lead you to your destruction, man. If you keep following after this American way of life, thinking that he's God, thinking that the ways and things that he set up is good, man.
Well, that's
okay.
That's St. John 8, 44, man.
Yeah.
Straight up.
This is Psalm 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power.
And that's what we pray. That's what we say, man. Right? Because it tells you in the scriptures, like Habakkuk, it says that the prophecy shall speak. You know? And that's gonna be the time when the Lord really starts speaking, is when judgment comes down on such a high level that you witnessing it right before your eyes, man.
And I believe it says in the Apocrypha, he does everything in measure, man. You know, so the amount of judgment that's going on right now is just in its perfect measure. But like the brother said, it's going to get worse and worse.
Yep. all the way up to the nuclear missiles, man. And the chariot's coming.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Come on.
This is Psalm 19. It's like Psalm 9 and 19. It says, "Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men." Salah.
Yeah. And the Lord, and it says in the scriptures that the Lord is coming to convince all the ungodly of their ungodly works, man. You know? And how is he going to convince them? By judgments, by punishments, man. You know? And so that's what the Lord's coming to do, is to judge everybody for the wickedness that they've been doing upon the earth, man. Only a few people are going to be saved out of this place, and that's the elect. All right? Those that the Lord, all right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has chosen, all right? And that's what it is. It's of election. So pretty much, if you're not of the elect, you're going to be destroyed, man. You know?
Yeah, I'll get a quick one. This is Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein."
Yeah, 2 parts therein are going to be cut off and die, man. All right? 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right, here in America are going to be cut off, and destroyed, because they're not going to be able to receive salvation, man. They're not going to repent. All right? Only 1/3 is going to repent. All right? And actually cast off the ways of this world, man. All right? The rest of these jakes, they're not going to do that, man. In fact, they're going to come and they're going to fight against us. They're going to come against us, man. All right? And so the Lord is going to have to do away with them, all right? Because how are you going to bring them into the kingdom if they're not going to renew their mind, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are they going to how can they receive salvation if they don't even want it?
Yeah, precept. Another precept to the precept. This is Luke chapter 19, verse 27. "But those mine enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me."
Yeah. So you gotta, and that's the thing, is that the Lord gave himself as a sacrifice, not so that you can continuously, like Jake likes to say, I'm saved. So you could just continuously be a demon and still be saved. See, Jake get cut to the heart, man. Jesus Christ ain't gonna save you, man. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to save you. All right. Now, it tells you in the scriptures that everybody has sinned and fell short of the glory. All right. And the law, statutes, and commandments can't save you. So they say, well, why would I have to do these things if the Lord died for me? And they'll read the scriptures. They'll read like Romans and be like, oh, well, see, the law is done away with. It tells you that the law is dead. You know, but the thing is that Yahweh Shai came to fulfill all the law. So part of the faith is the keeping of the law, statutes, and commandments. It said, you being dead to sin, how can you therefore live any longer in it? You know? And so what it's about now is pleasing Yahweh Shai, man, so that he sees you worthy, because he knows the reason why he gave himself up for a sacrifice, because he knows that we're not perfect. All right, Yahweh gave us over to vanity, you know, put us in these chains of darkness, subject to going off. And so the Lord had to give himself up so that he could cover our sins.
What did Paul say? It's not me that sinned, but the sin that dwelleth in me.
Yeah.
I'll quote it verbatim.
Kind. He said that where I find that where I do good, evil is present with me. And you cannot be perfect in this society. Everything is defiled here, man. Just the air that you're breathing, you get wicked thoughts, you that you gotta fight, demons that you gotta fight on a daily basis. Okay? And you gotta keep yourself from sin to the best of your ability. So that Yahweh Shai can be like, all right, he fought a good fight. I'm gonna come save this man, because Yahweh Shai is now greater than the law. That's what Paul was basically saying, is that Yahweh Shai is greater than the law. That the old covenant wasn't perfect, but now the new covenant is a perfected covenant, man.
Well, mercy is greater than judgment.
Mercy is greater than judgment. And through Yahweh Shai Mashiach came grace and truth, which is mercy.
Mercy. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Yeah, so you, now that you understand, okay, I can't do this is a sin unto death. Alright? But you say, fuck it, I'm gonna go to this sex party or whatever.
Mansion party.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to this mansion party. I'm gonna go to the club. You end up doing some foul shit. There's no more sacrifice for your sin, because hey, the scriptures told you not to be riotous, not to be drunken with not to be drunk with the drunken or the drunkards, which is not quoting verbatim. Okay? To stay away from these things, man. Because that's the thing about it, is the Lord will tempt you and send demons on you. But you over here playing with Satan, the Lord, you don't even realize the Lord can give you over to something that'll completely destroy you, man.
Yeah, it says to abstain from mine appetites, abstain from all appearances of evil. If you just get the feeling like, nah, then don't do it. You know, it might not necessarily be wicked, but if your spirit's telling you, hey, don't fuck with it, just don't do it.
Yeah, because what you're doing is you're cracking the door open for more spirits to come. You know? And that spirit, and then the Lord can put another spirit on you and have you go do something worse, until finally you do something that you can't come back from.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because not all brothers are the same. We don't all have the same exact spirit. We don't all think the same. So one thing that's good for you might not be good for the next brother. Or one thing that's good for this brother might not be good for you. So you take what you can, you do what you do. You can't really force something on another brother or tell him, this is how you know, a brother at the end of the day got to learn, and we're here to guide each other. But what's good for me might not be good for this brother or that brother, or you brothers, And what I'm trying to say is, if something in your spirit doesn't seem right, or something in your spirit is saying, well, I shouldn't do this. If this brother does that, that's him. That's what he does. But I like to do this. Nothing wrong with that.
Good example. Just a soft example is like John the Baptist.
Crickets and honey.
Yeah, he was eating the crickets and honey.
Locusts and honey.
Locusts and honey.
That's a big motherfucker.
But I mean, this brother, you might be able to do it.
Yeah, I've ate crickets before.
But I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But I'm not gonna knock you because you're doing it. Then I don't expect you to knock me because I'll refrain from it.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul also said not to do anything wherein thy brother could be offended.
Yeah, don't offend thy brother and me.
And me, you might be doing something that the next brother see you, okay? And you're doing it in a spiritual sense. You know what you're doing, but he doesn't understand. So he does it in a non-spiritual sense. You know what I mean? He's not doing it the right way, because there's wrong, just like being bid to a feast. You know what I mean? You might be bid to a feast. It's a certain holiday or whatever. And then a young brother, a weak brother sees it, and he said, oh, well, we could celebrate that.
Come through dressed like an elf.
Bells ringing and shit. Holy jolly Christmas. He's like, the truth is great. This is Ecclesiasticus 37 and 27. My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. And so you might be able to do something, and you say, oh, come on, do it. He's like, nah, come on. But you don't know what kind of demons this brother's fighting. you might put him into a situation where them demons come back and he starts going on.
Yeah, like going to a fucking bar or something.
Kind of.
Maybe brother don't want to be in the bar, but then you might have somebody,
Oh, come on.
let's go have a drink. Then there's might be all types of wickedness in that going on in that bar, man.
Next thing you know, he's drunk in the bathroom. Somebody's snorting coke, offers him some coke.
You will get offered.
Starts snorting coke. You know what I mean? Make some new friends. You know, you don't know, man. And that's